Hello guys, welcome to Season 2 of Kingdoms and Castles, where we'll be using a brand new generator to generate multiple islands. This is extremely useful because on the hardest mode on Kingdoms and Castles, which we are currently playing on, you only get a limited amount of each resource. So as you can see here, we have already quarried roughly about 250 stone out of this stone, and that will eventually run out. And when it does, we'll have to expand to new islands, such as this one down south of our island, to be able to attain more resources such as this stone here, or this iron over here. Some islands are larger than others, and some are inhabited by enemy empires. I believe this one is inhabited, and I think this northern one up here is inhabited. You can see how far they have advanced already by the merchant ships travelling to their islands. So today we need to get a dock so we can start trading with merchants. And we have only just finished building, well, we haven't finished building it yet, but we are on our way to building our treasure room, which will be collecting tax at a 20% rate. Our peasants do want a church or a library, but to get that they need to pay us some tax. So church is 25 and a library is 75, which is currently too much for us. So I'm going to hit play and we can get the town rolling out. Our citizens on their way to work. We have a rich agriculture economy currently, with a decent amount of stone coming in and a decent amount of wood, or lumber as it's called. We have plenty of apples and bread, I believe it is, or wheat. So our peasants get a reasonably healthy diet. I do want to get some bakers at some point. I don't know where it is. It's in here, I believe. But there has been a dragon sighted, so we need to watch out for that. But to get a dock, as I said before in the intro, if it will load, it doesn't seem to want to show us. There you go. We need 25 gold. But once we get a dock, it'll be a lot easier to get gold, so I think that's going to be our first priority. Dragon has been sighted north of our island. Well, not our island, but the island north of us. It is currently heading in a eastern direction, I believe, to this enemy island. Or it could be this one, either one. At least it's not ours. Saying that, it seems to be just missing the coast of our island. Just dodging our keep by an inch. And it seems to be flying towards this island, where this merchant ship has just left. Luckily we seem to be safe, but it could double back and absolutely crush our fields, which are just seem to be growing a new set of crops. We do seem to have problems with fire. There's not much I can do about that apart from put wells around, but they don't really do much, seeing how we're straight next to the coast. But I will place one there, just for the sake of it. Our stone projection is going fairly well. We have 130 stone. And our treasure room is just about finished. It's waiting for 4 stone to be transported. And there you go, it's built. And I want our tax collectors to be top, apart from castle jobs, because castle jobs is the most important, because it provides an archer that keeps firing on any enemy invaders. As you can see by our keep layout, it is very impressive because it covers the entire range of the island. I really want to change this so it is kind of a circle instead of a square, but that can wait for a later date. Happiness is low, well, reasonably low. The peasants are in good health, which is +3, but they're being taxed at a 20% rate, so it is roughly around 54. The only trouble with this is that we could lose the game to a rebellion, which I believe it has to be underneath 40 happiness for there to be a chance. We do have some cottages down, as we were building in the last episode, and I do want to expand on that today. Maybe we can start on that. We can bulldoze some of these rubbish hobbles or hovels, and we can start placing some cottages down. Oh, what splendid cottages these are. And we may be able to squeeze a town centre in the corner. Where is it? Town centre. Is it here? There it is. Squeeze a town centre in there. We have got 19 gold currently, going up 22. We need 25 for our dock, which we'll shove on the end here. Which will already go in this 4x4 tile. So we'll go to maritime, and if we can just get one more gold, there you go. And we can plop that there. nice and connected into our road network. Fairly secure. It should be decently just out of range of the keep. It'll cover this tower, but not the rest of it. And our empire slowly growing. We currently do have a positive food, which is excellent. We are running out of space for our apples. We are storing as many as possible in there, but I believe we are making too many apples to be stored there. Our stone production is still going well, and I do want to get a church at some point. I don't know whether to have the church in the main keep or whether it can sit outside. Maybe it can sit just where these trees are here. I order them to be chopped down and put our church there. Make the peasants happy, as a good lord would say. We are on risk of Vikings invading within the next few years, or in the next year. We can afford a manor house, but the church is more important currently. So we get that put down there. Keep the peasants happy, as they like to say. And you'll be a happy person. We currently do have plenty of beds, so if people do want to find homes in our village, they are quite happy to do so. The cottages take up 2 tiles, but they have a lot more space than a hovel, which only has 5, so it's more effective to have a cottage. But they do take a few more resources. Saying that, we might as well get these cottages put in place. But also saying that, it seems there is a Viking invading, which is not the best. We could put down an archer tower, but I think a manor house is more important. Mainly because we provide a lot more tax. And tax is everything. Saying that, we need to get a baker in place, because that will improve our food production by a ton. I do want a lot of food to be stored here for when the, what they called, trader people come. Merchants, that's the one. I really hope they're not storing food in here. Hopefully people will start moving food over to our grand and glorious dock. I'll extend that up to 500 as well, because we have plenty of apples. There are 5 Vikings invading, and there's only 4 occupied islands currently, so whichever island is being targeted by 2 Viking ships, I feel bad for. If it is not us, though, then I do not feel bad. I do want to get another charcoal maker down, because, or maybe another 2, because we are slowly producing charcoal, but not many houses consume it currently. So we are okay on that front. Could get an iron mine down, but we don't currently require its services yet. We could also get a fishing hut down, or a small market. That's could be a very good one. I'm going to put 2 of them down here, along by the coast next to the dock. As you can see, our massive stockpile of apples. And we did have Vikings invading, but they were slaughtered by our proud and glorious troops. For some reason, we have 0 idle people and 0 beds. I'm not sure what that is about. But yep. And it seems we were the one targeted by 2 Vikings, which is not the best. I'm not too pleased about that. And there's nothing we can do to repel them, apart from wait. Because every time they set the field alight, we just keep... And now they're setting the granary alight. Really? Really? I mean, seriously. We can do nothing to defend against it currently because, well, we just don't have the archer towers. To be fair, we could put an archer tower in place, but by the time it's finished being built, there'll be absolutely no point to it. I'm going to try and wall off this area. So if I do maybe a small walled area there, it could help in the defense of our island. Maybe just extend it a bit this way. And then drag it outwards. Hopefully, this can help. If we just were to chop down these trees. And then also extend the wooden walls over here. There's a complete and utter useless place to put it, but Yeah, that is my idea currently. We have a couple of dead people, which is extremely annoying. Because we have to now get a cemetery down, which I am going to put over here because it is quite close to the centre of town. And I'm going to get some just square cemetery tabs, like that. We have to wait till these Vikings leave. For some reason, he just enjoys destroying farms. I mean, he just enjoys it. Hopefully he's going to try and take our tax now, because if he does, we can slaughter him with our arrows. There you go. We do have a diplomat arrived. It is from King Fowler, I believe it's pronounced. And he's a neighbouring kingdom. He is obviously from the yellow snake banner sword people, which is up north of us. I believe we will stay a peaceful kingdom for the time being. We are favourable of them, so hopefully once we do establish some diplomatic ties, we can start on a what's it called? A good trade deals with each other. This tree needs to be chopped down again because they just seem to grow instantly. And I just put down 2 there, so. And we also need to chop down these 3 here, and so we can extend the wooden wall. The great wooden wall of the rising eagle. The eagle that rises from the ashes. That is truly a phoenix, but we will not mention it to them, because we are the great rising eagle, and we do not tolerate such, well, lies, yes, that is it. An eagle, when it dies, will always burst into flame and be reborn, like our empire. But we will never die. That is the truth. We are unbeatable. We are inevitable, as Thanos would say. Right, I don't like these houses being here. They are destroying our beautiful countryside, and they are stopping us from putting wooden castle blocks down, which are more important than their happiness. And also, we do have plenty of empty beds, so they can just move into one of the nicer cottages. I don't understand why the granary just disappeared, and then when I press rebuild, it just never came back, but yep. That's what happens sometimes, some things just never come back. We can get another wooden castle block down, and I'm just going to speed up time for a bit. I do want to try and settle another island today, but I won't have too many hopes on that, just in case we don't. They say unsuccessful defense, but I personally think it was a reasonably well-defended, well-dictated defense. And we're just going to do a quick tithe. Hopefully that will improve happiness for a bit. We do have enough money to get some other buildings in place. We have 69 gold. And we're going to get, probably extend some towers on the places which will probably be attacked the most. So I'll put some edge towers along the edge here just for decoration. And then I'll actually get some proper towers in place, because those will actually be our true defense against the Vikings. If they could go for arch tower here, we need this to be as tall as possible for it to get the most amount of range. There's a pointless idea, because it doesn't matter, because wood walls can only go up to a maximum height of 3, I just found out, which I actually never knew before. I think it will look nice if I just start increasing the height of all of the walls up to level 3, because then, and I just messed that up completely, because that's going to be a level 2 wall, and then it will look horrendous with one piece of level 2 wall. And then I'll have to demolish the entire wall and rebuild it all from scratch. Just delete the top one, there you go. And we'll just keep extending these upwards, being careful not to misclick like that, because otherwise the wall will just look like a mangled mess. Like a 6-year-old decided to try and build a straight line. Build a straight line? I've never heard of the term building a straight line before, but We can be the first to build a straight line. Speaking of straight lines, we have made a straight line to profit because our merchant has just arrived. And we have nothing to sell him apart from apples. But don't you just love apples, merchants? Yes, you do, and he just gave us a ton of money. Right, what can we buy from him now? What do we need? We don't need much, to be fair. Apart from gold, so I'm just going to steal his gold and say, goodbye, good sir. If you did watch our last series, or you have played Kingdoms and Castles before, you will know that there's a chance to get a special item in this slot here. But unfortunately, we did not get that chance. And also, it seems I'm fairly jealous that they have got some extremely nice ships. And I want ships, so I'm going to start building a transport ship and an exploration ship to fulfill my dire need to explore the oceans. Also, we need to get some archer towers in place. That was the main reason we built these towers in the first place. So put a few up there, and then one to cover the coast here. It's pretty much all of our wood gone. But we can always find more in the forest. Hopefully this archer tower will be able to hit these walls. If not, that will be disappointing, but it will be disappointing. We do have a diplomat arrived, and we are going to ask what do they want. Queen Carossi, I believe it's pronounced. Yes, I'd love to be friends. Good, favourable for now until we absolutely dominate this whole world with our incredible charisma. Yes, that is it. We're doing a festival. No, nobody works at the festival, so it's not the best experience probably for them. We have well, we barely have any workers. We need more people. More people. So I'm gonna lower tax just for the moment, just so that we can start getting more people. I'm gonna lower it to 0. We're gonna start losing a ton of gold, but it is a necessary evil. This consumes a lot of stone, I just realised. 50 stone and 100 wood for an exploration ship. Why do you need so much stone on a ship? Please explain that to me. I just don't understand that. We're going to be attacked heavily this time because... Oh, this archer tower is in range of the wolves. That's pretty useful. Yeah, but we're going to be attacked heavily. We've got a dragon and Vikings coming at the same time, which could be pretty dangerous. And for some reason, they're not happy because there's no charcoal, they say. There's no charcoal. But we have plenty of charcoal. We have 2 charcoal. We do have workers now working there. 30 idle people. Hopefully they can start getting their charcoal in place. And we do have a transport ship now. I don't know why we needed a transport ship, but we have a transport ship. And we also have a reasonable defense against the Vikings. So I am going to put some archer towers, spread out a few more. Maybe 2 on the dock area here, and I'll put another one over here. This is most likely where they're going to come through. Happiness is low, our church and the library is too crowded, and taverns are too crowded. What a shame. But I will place down another tavern for the peasants. You're going to live right next to the bakers. Go. You can get your beer made, and you can go make some bread. As I said before, the Vikings would come through here, and I was correct. They decided to try and burn down the tower, but luckily we have a well put in place. Perfect timing, if you do say so myself. And they're just about to burn down all our stone. We can't really burn stone, so it's alright. But they are going forward this way. I believe they have captured some of our people. But our archer towers will fire on them and disperse the enemy. There you go, just like that. Destroyed. I'm going to repair all of this so we can get everything fixed up and ready to go. Our exploration ship is taking a long time to build for some reason. And we have another diplomat here from King Fala. Good for you! No, because we don't have troops. Silly people. That's one thing I gotta think about the AI in this game. It's either they're extremely advanced, or we're just like miles behind them, because they're talking about sending troops. We haven't even locked troops yet. So that you have to get a chamber of war, and then you have to get a barracks, which we're just not at that stage yet. I may get a chamber of war put in place. You can squeeze that in the corner here, and our keep looks like it just expanded. Well, I know the archer range has definitely expanded because it used to clip the edge of these towers. And we have a diplomat here from a new empire. Yes, I do not like this person. They must stay out of our way. Yes, indeed. Our glorious empire is no longer scared of you because we have access to a transport ship. And I do want this island. I am eyeing up this island up north. There is 3 stone mines up here, and there is a large iron deposit over here. So this could be our stone island. Let's make our keep grand, coated in the white rocks. And our exploration ship is complete. So I'm going to send it up north, and we are going to try and settle an island. I'm not sure whether any other empires have settled an island yet. It could be quite risky, seeing we don't have any troops to defend it. But it could also be a grand to be the first to ever have a second island. We have a limited amount of wood, so I'm going to set up some more foresters just outside the walls. And it seems we have a merchant. Special items? Nope. But they're willing to buy our apples and some of our wood, so I'll sell all of that for a bit of spare change. And I'll go over to see what our exploration ship has said. Alright, so we can settle over here. But I want to settle over that side of the island, because that is where the stone is at. And the iron and everything. And if there are any wolves in this forest, our keep will be able to shoot them down. So I don't see any occupied wolf dens around here, but there could be one. And I'm not a fan. There is one there, so I may, if I put the outpost here, like straight in the middle, I wonder if it's in range. Actually, no, I'll put it there. And we have a large stockpile. Look, we have discovered new land. And we do lose our exploration ship, but we can build another one. Because this is probably why it costs so much. We get 50 stone starting and 100 wood starting. I order them to chop down these trees, my friends. And you can start building your new empire. We're going to need food over here immediately, so I'm going to get that set up. We're going to have 3 gorgeous orchards. And they're also going to be supplied with a produce storage to store these apples. And they're also going to need some houses, so I'm going to build a coastal set of hovels. That should sort them for now, until we can get a dock up and running. Because I do believe a dock requires a certain amount of resources. It is here. It requires 30 wood, so we are safe for now. They can just get chopping down these trees. Unfortunately, it seems our keep did not start with a tower above it, so we're going to be in danger of these wolves as anyone walks in that area. And also these wolves, which is not the best. Well, there's literally wolves everywhere on this island. Wolves there, and a witch hut, which we're going to ignore for now. We have an envoy at our keep from Queen Carossi. I believe they have changed colour, I'm not sure, but they are wishing they could fly. I'm glad. Yes, okay. Yes, surely a bird tail would have helped. Yep, that must be it. Good. Yes, great. I'm glad you enjoy. Yes, good times. Indeed, talking to fellow empires, or should I say, fellow kingdoms, talking to the empire, because we are truly the grandest kingdom here, with our great foreign orchards, bringing in luxury materials from afar. I'm going to set timber workers to be higher up, and orchard is higher than that, so Slowly reduce this down to 6. And have 2 people start cutting down trees, because we're going to need to be able to send resources over. And to do that, we're going to need a special type of ship known as the cargo ship, I believe. So yeah, we'll get building one of those, who can start sending materials over. On this island, everything seems to be jolly good. We have a decent amount of resources. I will get a clinic down. But just realise how much video time we have left, and that is going to have to be it for this episode. Tell you what, we'll put down a dock, and then that'll be it. Here is our grand dock, and now that will be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and hope you did enjoy the series. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, as it really helps the channel. And if you also want to suggest any video ideas, hit them down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.